Blockchain: trust, decentralization, and the philosophy of transparency. Blockchain technology, best known as the backbone of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, has emerged as a revolutionary force in how we conceptualize trust, governance, and transparency. At its core, blockchain is a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions across a network of computers, ensuring security and immutability. Beyond its technical innovations, blockchain challenges traditional notions of authority, trust, and human collaboration, raising profound philosophical questions about power, autonomy, and the future of societal structures. Number 1. The decentralization revolution. Blockchain's most radical feature is its decentralization. Unlike centralized systems, e.g., banks, governments, blockchain operates without a single controlling authority. This shift has philosophical implications for how we understand power and governance. Challenging hierarchies. Blockchain undermines traditional hierarchies by distributing power across a network. Philosophers like Michel Foucault explored how power structures shape society, but blockchain suggests a future where power is diffused, not concentrated. Does decentralization lead to greater freedom, or does it create new forms of chaos and responsibility? Autonomy and self-sovereignty. Blockchain enables individuals to control their data, assets, and identities without intermediaries. This aligns with John Locke's ideas about self-ownership but raises questions. Can true autonomy exist in a system still governed by code and consensus algorithms? 2. Trust in the algorithmic age. Blockchain replaces human intermediaries with cryptographic algorithms and consensus mechanisms. This redefines trust, a cornerstone of human society, as a technical protocol rather than a social contract. Trustless systems. Blockchain is often called a trustless system because it eliminates the need to trust third parties. But as philosopher Honora O'Neill argued, trust is essential for social cohesion. Can algorithmic trust replicate or replace the nuanced trust we place in institutions and people? The ethics of code. Blockchain's rules are encoded in immutable smart contracts. This raises ethical dilemmas. Who programs these rules and whose values are embedded in them? As Lawrence Lessig noted, code is law, but code is not neutral. It reflects the biases of its creators. Number 3. Transparency versus privacy. Blockchain's transparency, every transaction is publicly recorded, conflicts with the human right to privacy. This tension mirrors philosophical debates about the balance between collective good and individual freedom. The panopticon paradox. The blockchain ledger is visible to all, creating a digital panopticon where participants self-regulate under the gaze of the network. Philosopher Jeremy Bentham's panopticon theory, later expanded by Michel Foucault, warns of the psychological effects of perpetual surveillance. Does blockchain's transparency empower or oppress? Privacy as a human right. While blockchain offers pseudonymity, it is not fully anonymous. Philosophers like Hannah Arendt emphasize privacy as essential for human dignity. How do we reconcile transparency to prevent fraud with the right to privacy? 4. The ethics of decentralization. Blockchain's promise of decentralization comes with ethical trade-offs. For example, environmental impact. Proof-of-work blockchains, e.g. Bitcoin, consume massive energy, raising questions about sustainability. Is decentralization worth the ecological cost? Philosopher Aldo Leopold's land ethic urges us to consider our responsibility to the environment. Governance gaps. Without central authorities, who resolves disputes or corrects errors? The 2016 DAO hack, a decentralized autonomous organization, exposed vulnerabilities. Thomas Hobbes might argue that decentralization risks a state of nature without a leviathan to enforce order. 5. Blockchain and the future of society. Blockchain's potential extends beyond finance to voting, supply chains, and identity management. Its philosophical implications are equally vast. Utopian visions. Proponents see blockchain as a tool for creating fairer, more equitable systems, a digital utopia free from corruption. This echoes Karl Marx's critique of centralized capital, but raises the question, can technology alone solve systemic inequalities? Dystopian risks. Critics warn of a fragmented world where nation-states lose control to decentralized networks, enabling illicit activities or destabilizing economies. Historian Yuval Noah Harari cautions that technology often creates unintended hierarchies. 6. Conclusion. A new social contract? Blockchain forces us to reimagine the social contract. the implicit agreement between individuals and institutions that underpins society. It challenges us to ask, what does trust mean in a world mediated by algorithms? Can decentralization empower individuals without eroding collective responsibility? How do we balance transparency with privacy in the digital age? As blockchain evolves, it serves as a mirror for our values. Will we use it to build systems that prioritize equity and human dignity, or will we replicate old power structures in new forms? In the words of philosopher Bruno Latour, technology is society made durable. Blockchain, like all technologies, is not just a tool, it's a reflection of who we are and who we aspire to be.